It feel like every Friday is movie day. Ever since I've been alive, every Friday there's been a movie coming out consistently. If you're a normal person, especially with a streaming service, you watching at least 1,000 movies a day. That being said, how many of those movies do you remember? Yeah, not a lot, right? I feel like one of them Facebook magicians.
Think of one of these objects now.
But one movie I remember vividly is Jennifer's Body. One other thing I remember is that you should like and subscribe. We on the road to 1K. Anyway, Jennifer's Body is supposed to be a horror movie, but I'll be lying to you if I told you it wasn't funny.
It smells like Thai food in here. Have you guys been fucking?
This movie is fucking hilarious, but it's not your typical ha ha, corny joke here, corny joke there. It's that dry humor, but for some reason this shit aged like fine wine.
I'll cut off your nutsack and nail it to my door! Like one of those lion door knockers rich folks got. That will be your balls!
With that being said, let's get into the movie review. It starts off with our main lead in jail, or Arkham Asylum, doing a BET commentary. We find out our main lead is Amanda Seyfried. Seyfried? However the fuck you say it. Now, you got your Jesus pieces and your edgy religious talk to remind you that yes, you watching a scary movie. In the beginning monologue, we find out 3 important details. Her name is Anita. She looks fucking good in an orange jumpsuit, and she's the kicker.
I recommend more complex problems.
I recommend you shut the fuck up.
After we link up with Anita, we do a nice little time jump and meet the mysterious city that is Devil's Kettle. It's a whole bunch of spooky talk about water, or demons, or another dimension. I don't really know because none of it matters, because we get our first jump scare. While we're meeting Megan Fox as Jennifer, Anita just sort of pops up like she's the demon? Okay. After this sequence, we get another time jump to like 2 months earlier, and we get the pleasure of seeing these two full on eye fucking each other. And I'm not just saying that to say that, that's what they imply.
We're totally lesbian gay.
What?
Now these first 15 minutes is just them doing your typical high school shit, like hanging out at lockers.
You want a stat? What's up, Vagisil?
But in the midst of all that, we finally get the fucking ball rolling on this movie. They are going to the club. Now, why are they going to the club? This twin-demic duo is trying to see an underground indie rock band that Jennifer is like crazy into. But before we even make it to the club, I gotta say, I hate 2000s fashion. I don't know what this shirt and shirt combo even is, but I do know I wouldn't be caught dead in any of the fits they're wearing in this movie. To be honest, these gotta be the most comfortable clothes, because if they're not stylish, they gotta do something right. Anyways, after some 100% relatable teenage talk,
You're gross. You're gross. It's so gross. Fuck you.
they pull up to the bar where they see a young Chris Pratt and this lead rock band singer who I swear I've seen in another movie playing the same role, or at least something similar. Now good old Jennifer, she ain't come here to listen to music and drink a brewski with the boys. She has different intentions. This generic lead rock band singer, she has a crush on him, and she plans on wooing this man tonight. Later on in the night, Jennifer finally get to talk to the rocker boy, and she convinced him to have some drinks with her. But they never got to that, cause as the band's performing, the building just fucking catches on flames. Chaos is erupting, people are dying, flags are flying, fire is everywhere. Now I gotta say, a lot of this could have been avoided because Anita was just watching the fire the whole time. She didn't say anything, didn't do anything until like 2 people died. But I digress. But after all the madness, Anita and Jennifer link up outside the club, slightly dazed, slightly confused. And just when we thought the chaos was over, the evil looking rocker boy comes and tries to provide help. But he don't want to help Anita. He got his eyes smooth on Jennifer. After one of the worst Riz sessions I've ever seen, somehow he convinces a dazed Jennifer to get with him and his bandmates. And they leave Anita right there on the fucking side of the road. Now, like anybody would, Anita goes back home in shambles, and the first thing she does is call a boyfriend. W girlfriend. Now, while she telling her mans the chaos that happened that night,
Jennifer's still with those creeps. They took her in their spooky van with the windows all blacked out.
Did you get the make and model?
I don't know, Chip, an 89 rapist?
no more than 30 minutes later, we get a ring at the doorbell. Is it finally about to get scary? Anita goes to the door. Boom, nobody's there. Then there's a sound in the kitchen. We see Jennifer doing quite possibly the scariest shit in this movie, eating raw meat.
My mom got that at Boston Market.
Now, battered and bruised, she dropped down to the kitchen floor on all fours and spit out a goo that looked kinda familiar. Is that Vim? Now, in my eyes, she doing a whole lot of vampire shit in this scene, but we're gonna get to that a little bit later. Her and Anita sorta talk it out before this happens. This is probably the most chill, scary movie I've seen out there. Granted, a building burned down, but that's like the most intense shit that happened so far. I mean, there's girl abduction too, but that's still like, that's pretty chill for a scary movie. I've seen worse. And the shit low-key relatable. Like, there's a whole lot of crazy shit going on in the background and everybody's just chilling like, oh, the building's on fire. Let's just look at it. Oh, she threw up black glue on my fort. Let me just clean it up. It's mad chill. I'm loving it. All right, but back to Jennifer. This is a real small city, so this building burning really took a toll on the city. Everybody in the school is down in the dumps. The whole time too, they're giving a super sad monologue, but after this sad monologue, we see quite possibly the most relatable scene in the whole damn movie.
Hi.
Hey, Jennifer.
I'm crazy.
This is what I mean by it's my style of comedy. But like most of us, this guy can't keep his eyes off Megan Fox's good personality.
Gotta know exactly who you are. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
Little did he know he was finna be the first victim of the movie. Jennifer took this poor brother to the woods and chowed down on that man faster than Joey Chestnut.
In Coney Island today. So everybody, the really big...
And this is quite possibly one of the most chaotic scenes, cause you got animals watching in the woods, this man is pants to his ankles, and the teacher is screaming words of endearment for this guy.
Let it all out, kids.
Speaking of teachers, I forgot to mention this guy has a hook hand for no reason. It's just there. We're not explaining how it happened or why it happened. Just fuck it, hook hand. Now the scene to follow this up is Megan Fox ass naked swimming in a lake. Bro, I just know Reddit had to go crazy when this movie dropped. But now that we halfway through the movie, I got a couple things to say. I don't know if you could tell, but this movie has like awkward lingo. Like they say some of the funniest shit, and I'm not sure if it's just for comedic effect or if that's really how they used to talk in high school.
Chip is looking really cute to me lately.
So tell me, is he like packing some serious pubic inches?
You're totally jello. You're lime green jello and you can't even admit it to yourself.
Wow, nice insult, Hannah Montana. You got any more harsh digs?
I didn't go to high school in 2009. I was still in elementary school. We was talking nothing like this, but is this real life? Was this real life? Was y'all really dressing like this? And it's crazy because the most normal talking people are the fucking devil worshippers. Did I tell y'all they was devil worshippers? We gonna get into all that later, trust me. All that behind us, as corny as this movie lingo is, the shit is right up my alley. I'm the same guy that if I get superpowers, I'm gonna call myself Night Thrasher. I love shit like that. And I want y'all to remember this because if anybody else take that name, it's either me or a deranged Marvel fan or somebody named Dwayne Taylor. But I digress. Back to the movie. After the bar going down and a student being lost, we have another scene of the whole school mourning, but Jennifer looking better than ever. But after here, the movie sort of stales out for the next 10 minutes until we get our next victim. We got what I guess would be a typical scene kid from 2009. See, our brother over here just got lucky, I guess, or he got unlucky. Vice versa, either way. Little does he know, instead of a first class ticket to Booty Town, he getting sent to the Dookie Dungeon. See, my brother was so hyped, he was pre-gaming in the car, not even paying attention to where he going. But finally, he make it to the spot. It's some dark neighborhood still under construction with literally nobody there, and she does exactly what you think she gonna do. She tears that motherfucker from limb to limb. And what is Anita doing, you might ask? She fucking. But in the middle of sexy time, what can only be described as sex demons start popping up in her head, and it completely takes her out the mood. But the wildest part about this whole situation is that her mans is so gassed, he felt like he took her to Pound Town.
Am I too big?
Whole time, she's going through some fucking trauma. But alright, that's enough dirty talk, cause we finna get back to the scary shit. As Anita is driving full speed back home, she sees Jennifer in the middle of the street, blood in mouth. And honestly, what I wasn't expecting out of this scary movie, she swerved that motherfucker smooth out the way. W play if you ask me. But did you forget this was a scary movie? Cause Jennifer pops up smooth on the hood, and what does Anita do? Another W play. She slaps that motherfucker in reverse and heads smooth home. But as soon as she makes it home, turns out Jennifer beats her there. Then we have another best friend moment. But after that, we finally start getting some answers. After the bar incident, when she went away with the rock band people, they did exactly what you thought evil rock band people would do.
Sister Jenny, I got your number. I need to make you mine. Jenny, don't change your number.
See, their whole reason for coming to this city was so they can find a virgin girl and sacrifice her and become as big as Maroon 5. I'm not just saying that, that's literally what they say.
Do you want to be a big loser, or do you want to be rich and awesome like that guy from Maroon 5?
But see, what they didn't know is Jennifer is nowhere near a virgin.
I'm not even a backdoor virgin anymore, thanks to Roman. And by the way, that hurts. I couldn't even go to Flags the next day. I had to stay home and sit on a bag of frozen peas.
So instead of dying like you would, you fucking virgin, she became a alpha omega blood sucking demon like I would, Omega Chad. But there's one problem here. We got a good old Morbius situation going on. She needs to consume human blood to stay as strong and as beautiful as she is. Cause by golly do she look good. But with the circumstances all lined out, we heading into the final fight. Now, where is this final battle taking place? Potentially at the school social. See, Anita put 2 and 2 together and realizes if Jennifer goes to the social, she could literally get a fucking nuke. That social is gonna be prime feasting season for Jennifer. I'm sure literally nobody in there can fight a fucking demon. And I forgot to mention, she also has regeneration powers up there with Logan's. So she's OP. But now that we got everything figured out, let's get into it. The first play here is from Jennifer. Her target, Anita boyfriend. She tells Anita's boyfriend some words I'm sure he's been waiting to hear, and turns out Megan Fox wanna take a chip at Chip. Oh shit, did I forget to tell you, Anita boyfriend actually got a name. His name is Chip, but he doesn't really do much in this movie. He's more like, hey, I'm a guy. So he served no purpose for me to even really talk about. Now Chip follows Jennifer to some like abandoned pool, and I think we find another power set of Jennifer. She just made guys forget all sense of human logic. Like, oh, doing the nasty in an abandoned house?
Just thinking with my dick.
Fucking in the woods behind the school?
Just thinking with my dick.
Fucking at an abandoned pool?
Just thinking with my dick.
Now, what is Anita doing this whole time? She realized neither Jennifer or Chip is at the social. She puts 2 and 2 together and becomes a Heisman-worthy runner. She fucking darts the Chip house, makes it to the house. Turns out Chip isn't there. So she fucking darts it elsewhere until she finally hears Chip screaming for his life. They do a little bit of talking, a little bit of chit-chatting, and honestly, a lot of great dialogue.
She can fly. She's just hovering. It's not that impressive. God, do you have to undermine everything that I do? You are such a player hater.
St. Jude, patron saint of all causes, please give me the power to crush this bitch.
And now they get to fighting. And Chip does the only thing he's done in this movie and stabs Jennifer smooth in the stomach. And she pulls out the best one-liner I could figure you could use at a moment like this.
You got a tampon? Thought I'd ask. You seem like you might be plugging.
Now after that ass whooping Chip took, he's pretty much dead, and now Anita is thinking about get back. We see Anita smooth plotting on Jennifer from the same scene in the beginning of the movie. We get our final 1v1 between the friend and foe, and this is how it goes with quite possibly one of the worst lines in the movie.
You know what this is for? It's for cutting boxes.
After a rather freaky fight, Jennifer has been put down, but unlucky for Anita, Jennifer's mother heard everything, and that's how Anita gets locked up. Overall, not a real scary movie, mad chill if anything. Only reason why I'm really reviewing it because I haven't seen it in a long time, but I heard there was like a cult fan base behind this movie, and I get it. It aged perfect, the cast is fun, the talking is fun, the fight scenes could be better, but I mean, it's not, I'm not complaining here. Overall, it was a fun movie, but like a Marvel movie, there's an end credit stinger that shows Anita going off and killing the rest of the bandmates, and that's Jennifer's body. If you're new here, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me how y'all feel on this breakdown. I'll definitely do more in the future. This is my attempt at it. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you're new here, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna say it twice. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm gonna say it 3 times because why not? Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good one, and I'll see you on the next one.
Coming up.
Jet Set Radio! All right, everyone, throw your hands in the air and let the groove take control! Are you ready? Go!
And you're ready to flow.
That, like that, this, this like